Hey, y'all. This is going to be kind of weird because I'm used to playing with people to talk back to and to either laugh or stare blankly at me when I say jokes, and now I have nobody to do that to, so I just have to entertain myself and hope that and hope that everything is mildly entertaining. Yeah, and it's amazing. YouTube's already on this. They sent me something saying, we've detected copyrighted audio on your stream, so I'm going to have to figure out some way of changing that. Oh, cool. Look, I got a little announcement saying that I'm online. That's fun. Yeah, thank you guys for coming out. I really appreciate it. Obviously, with the world being strange, we all have to try to figure out how to do things, and I'm not remotely the first musician to try to figure out how to do this, but yeah, but it's, one of the few ways that us musicians can try to figure out. Landry's telling me you can't hear anything, so maybe I'm not talking at all. You can't hear me at all? I'll try. Hold on. Be right back. So you can't hear anything? Landry came in and said you can't hear very well, so I'm trying to figure, once again, this is why we're doing this test before I announce to the world and we have hundreds of thousands of streamers. Okay, well, sweet. Then maybe it's just my other computer that's messed up. Anyways, I'll quit talking and play some. It's been a long road to try to figure out how all this works, figure out a nice, you can spend a lot of money making this sound good, but I have some gear, so trying to figure out how it's done. Let's just dive in and see where we go. I have no set list. We're just going to play some different songs. I'm going to try some new ones, but let's start with a solo piano one. Ella, there's my wonderful dog. She's going to come in here, and you get to hear her click. Isn't that great? There you go. That's one of her favorite spots is under there. It's no reason she's deaf. Let's see. Let's do... Yeah. This is a Cole Porter tune I was listening to the other evening. Oscar Peterson sings Cole Porter. And for those of you that don't know, including me before I got the album a couple years ago, Oscar Peterson, the piano player, has an excellent voice and sounds a lot like Cole Porter, and he did a great album where he doesn't play piano. In fact, Hank Jones plays piano on the whole album, and with an orchestra, and he sings a whole bunch of great classic Cole Porter tunes, and it's a really fun album. This is one of his slightly lesser-known tunes. I'm not going to sing it. I'm just going to play it. I'll sing some songs later, for better or for worse, give you a warning so you have time to log off. See, this is where there's typically roaring applause, and I'm kind of like, what do I do with my hands? Hopefully that sounded okay. I'm gonna take a quick look at the chat. I know it's on all about a 10-second delay, so that's why I'm filling 10 seconds. Sound, help me out. I'm trying to figure out how to narrow this in. I've done a couple tests and things sounded okay to me. I want to make sure, sound quality is good. We should have good stereo separation for the piano. I know I haven't done any singing yet. Give me a sec to get a couple more drinks in me before I start doing that. Yeah, be right back. Okay, cool. Well, then, if that's that, one of the things I am going to do, if I'm not singing, I'm going to move my mic away because I was noticing it's kind of a little awkward when I'm trying to play more piano. Let's do one more regular song, and then I've got a new song that I've been working on recently that I'm excited about sharing. Tonight's a lot of new stuff because whatever, there's like 6, 7 of you, and I know most of you and have begged most of you to be on this stream. So anyways, thank you for that, sincerely. But otherwise, you're at my mercy. Okay, no more laughing. It's bad for the throat and I have to sing. Let's see here. What is another song that I rarely... Let's find a song I rarely do, but I can do solo, that's a tough one. Oh, actually, you know what? Changed my mind. I don't rarely do this one, but I really like this one. I'm going to do Just Friends. For whatever reason, I'm in the mood for kind of standards recently. So this is the Clemmer Lewis tune, Just Friends. See, now this is these are all the things I have to learn of how to more effectively be able to move mics. Cool. Yeah, thank you. As you can probably tell, like I said, I didn't really prep any stuff. I've been working on a ton of stuff, mainly writing, because when all your gigs are getting canceled, it's kind of hard to spend a whole lot of time prepping for performing. Part of the reason I'm wanting to do this is because at least then I know there's at least 2 or 3 people out there maybe that are interested in doing that. And funny enough, as weird as it may sound to a non-musician or somebody else, even 2 or 3 people that care about something makes it worthwhile to work and practice and continue to move forward. So yeah, that's a part of the reason why I'm doing this. And indeed, another sincere thank you to you guys for tuning in, even if you're sitting in your underwear, pajama pants, whatever. I appreciate it, sincerely. Always looking for sponsors. Right now, we have a delicious old-fashioned with Chucker cherries. In case Chucker, somebody's watching and care to sponsor this, I would gladly put a big sign up here. You can. Anyways, part of the reason I'm doing this is there has been a couple wineries that have expressed some interest in possibly doing some live streaming, which could be a lot of fun. And in the future, if this works well, and I look back and I'm not terribly embarrassed with myself, I'm going to start doing weekly things, hopefully with some friends outside of the back porch, just like house concerts. We can keep our distance. We're going to do a little earlier in the afternoon on Sundays. Beautiful weather, and hopefully then we can bring some guests. So it's not just me entertaining myself up here. Which, man, this is really kind of weird to not have any feedback. But you know what? We're going to roll with it. We're going to do a new song. We're going to move into the new songs now, so I at least have a very good excuse to be screwing up. This is one I've been working on for quite a while, actually. Some songs, when I write, they come easy. They just naturally kind of fall out. Some come really difficult, and some are in between. This one was one of the very difficult songs. If you follow jazz at all, you know that we're not exactly in jazz's heyday. And a large number of the stars of jazz are right now very squarely in that area which is very endangered by COVID. And we've lost a number of great jazz musicians. One in particular hit very home to me and makes it a little easier to stay inside, knowing that people like that are being affected by this. It was one of the people that actually inspired me to play jazz when I was in college. One of my friends loaned me three jazz CDs, because I'd never listened to jazz at all. And one was a Ron Carter actually led group, a drumless trio. One was Oscar Peterson +1 with Clark Terry, Oscar Peterson trio. And then one was Ellis Marsalis. And Ellis Marsalis passed a couple weeks ago due to COVID. And a lot of people don't necessarily know him. They know his sons, who have become infinitely more famous than him. But he always seemed okay with that. His playing was so precise, but never robotic, never feelingless, but just always unassuming, and just he'd play something and you're like, yeah, that's exactly how that should have been played. It was never remotely as flashy as Oscar Peterson, or as demanding of look at me as like Thelonious Monk, but it just was good. Just good. And he was such an influential part of my early falling in love with jazz that I really was touched deeply by his passing and really wanted to write a song. But holy smokes, I just talked here for 3 minutes about it. How do I write a song that encompasses that and doesn't make a fool of myself? I still don't necessarily know whether I have. But I'm going to. This is one. It's close, and I'm happy with it. It's unassuming, but it's nice. Anyways, this song's called Ellis. a little more definitive ending. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna do one more solo tune, and then I'm gonna move into some bourbon and bellow stuff. So this is your last chance. If you're here for some serious jazz, this will be the last one, and then you can just pretend that the evening was great, turn it off, and go about your merry way. Or you can stick around, throw a couple more drinks down you, and we'll have some fun. That sounded mildly dirty, and I didn't mean it to do that, so I apologize for that. Let's see. Let's do a waltz. I've done a lot in 4. Let's see. What is a nice waltz? I'm assuming if things are going terribly wrong, my wife will come out and tell me with hands and arms waving. So we're just gonna keep rolling. Ooh, you know what? This, this is a nice song. It's one of my favorite songs that I've ever written. This is one that came fairly easy, weirdly enough, and it seems like maybe I shouldn't play it today because today was such a beautiful day. But this is entitled "Waltz for a Rainy Day." This was my best impression of Bill Evans, and in at least writing style, and I feel I almost pulled it off, which maybe is arrogant, but it is what it is. Anyways, this is "Waltz for a Rainy Day." one of my bad habits that I need to work on. As a pianist, you're not supposed to let off your hands until you let off the pedal. It sounds ever so slightly different. So when you're holding, you're supposed to hold it and then let them all off together. Bad habit, because it feels right as I'm running up and I'm letting all those other notes hang. It feels right to just kind of let it hold there and just let it drop and listen. But I think I'm supposed to do, I don't know. One of these days I'll study if it really matters or if it's one of those things, musicians are supposed to do because it's taught that way and that's the only reason why. Who knows? Okay, well, let's switch over to the Bourbon and Bellows songbook. Part of the reason I'm doing this tonight is testing sound stuff. I have my board hooked up to this so that in theory I can have 8 or 10 mics, for small groups or even I suppose larger groups if you're shrinking down the mics, and hopefully lemonade from lemons, apple juice from lemons. We can start maybe streaming some of our house concerts and things for people that can't make it, even as we're allowed to start gathering again. I'm sure there's some people that aren't going to feel safe quite yet going out into public, and it'd be really nice to be able to provide that service and hopefully, just a broader swath of people. Hey, this is really cool music. Hey, this is fun, and I can do it from my computer, even if I don't want to go out and in that, and hopefully encourage more people to get out of their houses, come meet their neighbors, and do some of that kind of stuff. So anyways, all of that roundabout to say, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just me on piano. I can do that with one mic, and quite frankly, I could, it wouldn't sound great, but I could do that on like a, on the webcam type of thing. But I really would like to provide a good sound quality and provide that with multiple mics. So, despite me saying I want to provide a good sound quality, next you're going to get to hear me sing, which might be in direct contradiction to me saying I want to provide a good sound quality. But this is another mic. This is another opportunity to listen back to see how the mix was. So that said, please, throw me an email, throw me a text when this is done, because I can't really look at stuff now. We would love to know what stuff sounds like. Be nitpicky. Performance, don't be nitpicky at my performance. Be nice to me. But that said, because heaven knows I'm nitpicky enough about myself. If the bass is too hot, if it's too tinny, we want to try to figure out how to fix that. For these upcoming shows, also hopefully be a lot less talking. But yeah, that's what we would like to do, and so that's part of this. Most of the stuff that I've been doing with Bourbon and Bellows, I've got a whole string group behind me, and I'm dancing on stage. So it's been a little weird practicing all of this stuff with just me and piano. But on the plus side, it's been good for my voice, even if it's still not fully there. Let's start. We're going to start with a fairly easy one for me. We're just going to warm it up. This is a very old standard. Once again, it's a heck of a lot of fun when I've got 4 other guys behind me and the whole place is stomping and singing along. But we're gonna do our best with St. James Infirmary as a warm up here. Bourbon, by the way, it'd be the preferred drink of choice for pretty much any of these next upcoming tunes. Down by old Joe's barroom on the corner of the square, they were serving drinks as usual, and the usual crowd was there. On my left stood Big Joe McKennedy. His eyes were bloodshot red. he turned to face the people, and these were the very words he said. He said, I was down to St. James Infirmary. I saw my baby lying there. She was stretched out on a long white table, so sweet, so cool, so fair. Sing along. Let her go, God bless her. Wherever she may be, she may search this wide world over, never find a sweeter man as me. When I die, won't you bury me in a high-top Stetson hat? Put a $20 gold piece on my watch chain. Boys will know that I died standing pat. I said, let her go, God bless her. Wherever she may be, she may search this wide world over, never find a sweeter man as me. I want 6 crap shooters to be my pallbearers. I want 3 pretty women to sing a song. Stick a jazz band on my hearse wagon, and we'll raise hell as I stroll along. Let her go, God bless her. Wherever she may be, she may search this wide world over, never find a sweeter man as me. Never find a sweeter man as me. Okay, now you know what's in store. So you can't blame me from this point out if you stick around. You're just bringing it on yourself. So I've got some new tunes here. Part of this, I'm looking forward to hearing back at what they sound like from an objective ear myself. And some of these are a little dark because, let's face it, we're all stuck inside. The world's weird, and it causes you to think weird things, some of which isn't bad, We live in a great country. We have a lot of luxuries, and all of a sudden when those luxuries are taken away or limited, it's not a bad thing to think about that. This song doesn't have anything to do with that, in case you were curious. It's just this next song. This song's called Personal Day. And, it's about taking a break from the norm. It's a little different, and I'm still learning it myself, so bear with me. Once again, you have to picture this, me playing accordion, a great fiddle player, a banjo, bass, but I'll make do with what I can. I've been a businessman for years, and I'm good at what I do. I've worked for bankers, crooks, and kings, and I could work for you. I've got nothing against them, but if you tell me who to kill, you know that they will disappear, long as you can pay the bill. But lately I've been tired. I think I need a break. Good thing I've banked some PTO for mental health's sake. I'm gonna take a personal day. Today my time is free. I'm gonna take a personal day. Today is just for me. I'm gonna take a personal day. Today the hours are mine. I'm gonna take a personal day, 'cause I could use some me time. Now I know what you're thinking, and I suppose it might be true. But then again, it might not be. What if I'm the same as you? I consider myself friendly. I've got neighbors, couple ex-wives. And unlike all those politicians, I'm honest when I wreck lives. But lately I've been tired, just can't get it all done. And I have set aside today to stroll instead of run. I'm gonna take a personal day. Today my time is free. I'm gonna take a personal day. Today is just for me. I'm gonna take a personal day. Today the hours are mine. I'm gonna take a personal day, 'cause I could use some me time. Well, that was mediocre. I went and met my lawyer early. Then I grabbed a lazy brunch. I read some chapters in a good book. Met an old client after lunch. Then I caught a matinee. I took a nice walk in the park. And there I met one of my exes, and we talked till after dark. It's good to break things up when you're in a funk. Now I've got 3 pleasant memories and 3 bodies in the trunk. I'm gonna take a personal day. Today my time is free. I'm gonna take a personal day. Today is just for me. I'm gonna take a personal day. Today the hours are mine. I'm gonna take a personal day, 'cause I could use some me time. Told you it was getting dark up in here. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. That's what's known. There's actually, believe it or not, a genre of music that's entitled, they're murder ballads. And they kind of make fun of and or laugh about, generally, dark things like that. Johnny Cash sang a number of them, and a lot of folk singers did. So that was, anyways, my take on one. This one is an entirely different one. I'm rather reticent to sing this, but since there's like all 6 of you here, we're going to try this one. This one's very personal to me. This one I've been working on for a long time. Had the idea a number of years ago, and actually the next 2 were kind of personal for me. I'm just going to do a couple more. This one, I don't know if I'm ever going to use it. It's not necessarily really Bourbon and Bellows song, maybe. But anyway, this song is entitled For Good. Let's try that again. I got this watch from my dad, and he got it from his. And son, I know that you'll get it from me. It ain't particularly pretty, but it always keeps on ticking. That's the worth beyond the burden you may see. This watch was with a farmer, a doctor, and a cook. It seems to work for piano players too. This watch will always be there, just as it was for them. But where you find you're there is up to you. You won't know how. yours now for good. This watch is very accurate, but often gets impatient when things aren't going just the way they should. This watch, it can get moody, and it's more aloof than most, and it's often way too proud for its own good. You won't know how, or if you should, but it's yours now for good. This watch was polished. I'm often sorry that it's yours, but under all the grime, there's good there too. It can be kind and thoughtful. It's honest to a fault, and you'll never find a watch to be more true. You won't know how, if you should, but it's yours now for good. Anyways, thank you guys for coming out tonight. Since I'm not going to see anybody face to face for the next month, it makes it a whole lot easier to be a little personal, to try to screw up, but it's fun, and there's goods that come from being personal and vulnerable, especially in a time where we're probably too vulnerable to the people that we're around every day, and trying really hard the few people that we do get to see outside our little sequestered lives to put on our best face. It's hard. It's a hard time right now. And but we'll get through it. We will. I wish a blessing on each of you. Sincerely. Yeah. That's all I can say. It sounds corny, but I do. Thank you for coming out tonight. I got one more. This is kind of a drinking song, but I like this one. It's a drinking song with a twist. It's one of my favorite songs that I've written recently, and hopefully you can come out to a show here in another month or so once things get all cleared up, and you can be that hipster in the crowd that, hey, I saw this song before it was cool, before anybody else knew anything about it. That's you guys tonight. Thanks for sticking around here. And yeah, this song is called Here at the End. brothers and sisters. I'm glad that you're here. It's true that she left me, and I need a beer. This ain't nothing new. Yeah, I've been here before, and despite what I'm feeling, no one closes the dance floor. So bring on the women and booze, 'cause I'm free. I drink and I laugh, but I'm starting to see that whatever the whiskey, no matter the friend, it's always just me who is here at the end. Now I've got a family. We get on well enough. Dad's always been healthy. Dad's always been healthy. But this last year was rough. Now I sit here with loved ones for our final goodbye. Through the tears they seem happy. I'll be damned if I know why. But bring on the stories and booze, 'cause he's free. I drink and I laugh, but I'm starting to see that whatever the whiskey, no matter the friend, it's always just me who is here at the end. I've had a good life, success and regrets. Good people surround me as my final sun sets. Now don't misunderstand me. I'm glad you're still here. I'm at ease with me now. What more is there to fear? So send me off proper with booze, 'cause I'm free. It took most my life, but I finally see that whatever the whiskey, no matter the friend, it's always just me who is here at the end. So send me off proper with booze, 'cause I'm free. It took most my life, but I finally see that whatever the whiskey, no matter the friend, it's always just me who is here at the end. It's always just me who is here at the end. That's it. did it again. I took my hands off before I took off the pedal. Thank you guys. Seriously, sincerely, thank you. And I would appreciate constructive criticism. I want the stream to be awesome. I want people to be able to get a good sound. I want people to, to put it on in the background and not, even if they're not watching, be able to get some good music, some good new music, some good live music. It's a cool thing. And the fact that we have the technology to do this is wonderful. Otherwise, thank you. I will, if all this works and I can get it together, we'll be sending out something next Sunday. We'll do it a little earlier, probably in the afternoon. Probably 3, something like that. 3, 4. I don't know, something before general dinner while it's still warm and nice out, so we can do it outside. But obviously, I'll be sending you an email if that works. Again, sincerely, thank you. Thank you so much for being part of this. Thank you for all of you that supported me, played with me, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, I look forward to the time that we can share a drink in real life and chat and hug and just be together as people. Until then, I appreciate this stopgap measure and blessings on you in your upcoming week. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you very much.